Aloha friends, Jason Profit Moffat here from CryptoTutorials.org, and today we're going to dive into a new NFT project by the one and only Sylvester Stallone called Planet Sly. And by the end of this video, I'm going to let you know whether I think you should consider investing in this project or run for the hills. And if you're interested in investing in NFTs or flipping NFTs, or you're just wondering what the heck are NFTs, I want you to go to NFTprofits.com and check out the course that my friend David and I built. It is absolutely amazing. It's going to show you everything from the ABCs of NFTs all the way to the X, Y, and Zs. A lot of advanced stuff in there, sniping and being safe and how to secure your wallets, and just literally we spent months on this stuff. Everything that we've learned in the last year is in there. That's at NFTprofits.com. Now, let's dig into Planet Sly. Obviously, we all know who Sylvester Stallone is. Rocky, Judge Dredd, Tango, or was he Cash? I should know this. It was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. Clearly, world-renowned celebrity. This guy is definitely going to be bringing a lot of attention to this project and just NFTs in general. And I think a lot of times that is a good thing. However, I'm not always jazzed on celebrity NFT drops for a variety of reasons. And I'm going to discuss those here in just a second. Sly guys are a limited edition of 9,997 NFTs celebrating Sylvester Stallone. They were created by Sylvester Stallone himself in conjunction with a guy named Clark Mitchell. And you can find him over on Instagram. I'll make sure to put a link down below so you can check him out. Clark is a first-generation digital artist. Has worked with Star Wars, Disney, LucasArts. He's clearly a legend in his own right. He's been doing this a long time. You can come down here and see some of his art. I love the fact that he's doing some Pete Rose stuff. I'm a huge gambler, huge baseball fan. So yeah, he's working with this guy, Clark Mitchell, on the project. And as we scroll down, you're going to see some of the typical stuff, letting people know what this is all about. And then we dig into the roadmap. And when I look at the roadmap, I'm going to be honest, to me, I am underwhelmed by almost all roadmaps, mostly because I like specificity. And so many roadmaps are quite vague. Now, let me come back up here and say right away why I tend to not like celebrity NFT drops. And that is because while $2, $3, $4 million may be a lot of money to you and myself, it's not necessarily anything to Sylvester Stallone or to a variety of other NFT artists that have dropped in the past. And in my experience, it's been very difficult for celebrities to maintain the floor price on a project after mint. And that's for a variety of reasons. A lot of times they just don't stay connected to the project. They're busy people. They got movies or albums they're making, and they can't be sitting in Discord hanging out with a bunch of degens all the time. So you have that going against you. And a lot of times too, I think the utility is lacking. I'm a person who really likes usefulness with NFTs. I want to be able to access something that isn't vague. The good news about the Planet Sly thing is they don't seem super vague about the events. They actually have some serious strategy behind them. And if you are a huge Sylvester Stallone fan, then I think that this makes sense on many levels. Even if you invested in an NFT and it didn't hold its value, I think just sharing in the camaraderie of holding that NFT and being part of a project for somebody that you want to support is a big thing. And if I were a huge Sylvester Stallone fan, I wouldn't even be concerned about the monetization or the profitability of this. But I am Profit Moffat. I am a flipper at heart, and I'm here to help those that kind of think like me. So I want to be honest in my pros and cons of everything here. Some of the things that I don't like is, yeah, okay, great. You're going to be able to have these real life events. You're going to be able to maybe do dinner and a movie with Sly. And while A lot of people are going to be into that. The fact of the matter is, most people buy NFTs because they buy them for $1 today, hoping to sell them for $5 tomorrow. They're in it for the profit. So we have 10,000 of these, 9,997 of them, and we need to be able to sell enough of them to push all the flippers out and have true holders in there to maintain the value of this. So thankfully, Sly is known by millions of people, so he may be able to bring that in, but he has to kind of bridge the gap between his millions of fans and then the ones who are actually involved in crypto. So it isn't just the 10,000 that he needs to sell. You really need to have about like 30,000 people that are really interested in this. Otherwise, guys like me who flip stuff can kind of like manipulate or control the prices and not allow it to really moon. However, there's a couple things in here that I think make sense to help drive the floor price, or at least stabilize it. Now, one thing I'm not a fan of as well is saying, oh, you're going to be able to use these things in the metaverse. Well, most of us have attention spans of lab rats on crack, and we can only think about things that are going to happen up until this weekend. The fact of the matter is, this metaverse stuff, while it's exciting and I'm as bullish on it as anybody else, it's all so future driven that the people that are buying NFTs nowadays, they don't have that type of patience. So to me, when people say you can use this in metaverse or you can use this in an upcoming game, yeah, right, I'll believe it when I see it. But for now, it's not a huge motivating factor for me personally when I invest. And then, so there's some other things that are going to be unlocked as well. So not a ton of specificity, but if you're the kind of person who would love to hang out with Stallone, clearly, I mean, here's your ticket in. Makes all the sense in the world. So there's a little bit more information right here about the Rocky Rambo, yada yada. Come over here to the Discord if you want. You're definitely going to want to join the Discord. It's just getting going. It looks like they have 425 online members. I imagine this is going to grow at a pretty quick pace. And this is something that you're going to want to keep eyes on, because I mentioned this launches in April. So we want to watch the growth from now and then the next couple of weeks and see if it's, you know, a meteoric rise, then that's a really good sign. But if they're struggling to get people in through their socials on Twitter, on Planet Sly, or the Discord, then those could be a little bit of a red flag or yellow flags. Good news is, the main thing that I like to look at is the team. Now, before we go to the team, I want to mention they have an allow list, or what they call a Sly list. They are staying away from the common phrase that most of us use, whitelist. I'm not sure exactly why, but I think it's actually kind of cool. I like the word allow list. It feels better. And Sly list in itself is cool as well. So if you click on this button here, there is a pre-mint page to get dialed in here. Read the instructions on here, lets you know why you may want to get onto this pre-list. Now, I'm not a fan myself of trying to hustle in Discords to potentially maybe get a whitelist spot. I just have too many things to do. It's not a high value thing for me to be spending my time doing. I'd rather just buy on the secondary. But, you know, if you don't have extra cash, then that's how you ensure your spot on a whitelist, is to join that community and definitely be a helpful part of it. Refer other people, you know, maybe upload your best impressions of you doing Sly. I thought it'd be funny if Sylvester was behind home plate while Adrian Beltre was trying to hit a home run. He's like, yo, Adrian! But I'm clearly an idiot. So let's go in over here to the team. Obviously, we got Sly Stone. We all know who he is. And then the interesting thing that I found here is we got Bill Zanker. Bill Zanker is, if we click over to his his LinkedIn profile here, he is the founder and the president of the Learning Annex. Now, if you have been involved in motivational or personal development seminars, you know, or just alternative education, you probably know about the Learning Annex. They used to have a ton of brick and mortar facilities around the globe where people would conduct seminars and meetings and facilitate learning on a variety of subjects out there. I think they're primarily more online, but these folks know how to do business. I think this is probably a 30-year company. You can check out Bill. I noticed, obviously, the last name Dylan Zanker. I'm guessing this might be his son. It takes you over to his Twitter. And then Sam Del Canto, she has also been a past manager over at the Learning Annex. She also runs a lot of promotional stuff in the entertainment world with celebrities, guys like Alex Rodriguez, Sylvester Stallone, Magic Johnson. So clearly this woman knows what she's doing. So if you're going to attend these events, it looks like you're in really good hands with someone who understands how to throw events. And then you got this gentleman here, Chris Murray, takes you over to his LinkedIn as well. And of course, LinkedIn is going to make me do a security check, which come on. I'm not going to do it here just to save time. The guy that I know in this is Joel Comm. Joel Comm is an absolute legend when it comes to internet marketing, internet business. I think one of his first things was before I even got on the internet, he was involved in Yahoo Games, had a really successful project with that. I think he ended up selling it to Yahoo, if I remember right. Even his avatar was the avatar you would see on Yahoo Games. He was responsible for the iFart app. I think they sold over 1 million downloads of the iFart app on the iPhone. Way to go. He's always just been kind of a pioneer in the things that he has done in the marketing world. I remember he had a reality show, maybe 2007, 2008-ish, called The Next Internet Millionaire. And it was so highly produced and so well done in a time when most of us were making ghetto videos. It was really elaborate, and I really thought he did a good job. So I bring all this up because most NFT projects really lack marketing muscle and insight that Joel has. And I think he's a wonderful addition to the team. And so there's a list of FAQs down here as well. I'm not going to go through them all. You can clearly all go through here yourself. And I think this is really interesting. So you're obviously going to want to sign up for the Twitter, the Discord, and the Instagram, and keep an eye on them. Like right now, if I were to go to Twitter, let's see there's only 405 followers, right? So not too promising, but this just came on my radar yesterday. So we're going to want to keep an eye on this, see how well this thing starts populating. And, if you want to get yourself on the whitelist, this may be a perfect opportunity for you to reach out to the team and say, hey, here's the things that I can do to help you guys bring attention to this project. And since there clearly isn't a whole lot just yet, I'm assuming in the days coming, it may be a perfect opportunity for you to slide in. And I don't know if I was doing a slide in joke about Sly Stone or if Pete Rose is still on my mind doing one of those epic headfirst slides. Anyways, I digress. I think there's a great opportunity sometimes when there's not a lot of social following going on right now. They're going to see your retweets. They're going to see your @ mentions to them. So keep an eye on it. And these will be big indicators when we get closer to April, closer to launch, whether or not they're able to build up a large following and then make a lot of sense to invest. So would I invest in this particular NFT project? To be honest, I'm a maybe. If I got in on the whitelist, yes, I would absolutely buy 3 of them right away. And speaking of buying 3 of them, this is actually a brilliant plan. In order to be able to go to these events and hang out with Sly, you have to hold 3 of the NFTs. And what this will do is there's going to be a lot of really passionate fans of Sylvester Stallone that are either in the NFT community now or they're going to be very soon. And when they get their 3 NFTs, these folks are not selling them. There's just no way, because they want the access to him. And if they sell the NFT, they don't get the access. So as an investor, that is incredible for us, because there's a really good chance that like 7,000 of these NFTs get pulled right off the marketplace with almost no chance to be sold unless somebody is super desperate for money. And then the amount that is going to be flipping back and forth is going to be limited to, maybe 30% or 20% or 10%. Who knows if they bring in enough people. And this is where it creates really great opportunities for flippers to hold them on for a while. And so if you do want to flip, don't just buy one. Make sure you buy as many as you can get, because otherwise you may even want more than 3, because you might want to go to the events, but then you might want to be able to sell and make some money on them as well too. So these are all things that you have to weigh. And so would I invest in it? Yeah, on the whitelist, I would definitely. If I could get them on the secondary or in the public mint, yeah, I think I'll probably pick up a few. Do I think that this thing is going to totally moon and skyrocket and be worth 20 ETH? I don't. I would love to be wrong. And the only reason that I say that is because it's a celebrity-driven NFT thing. And it's like, how committed is he going to be long-term with this? And I really don't know the answer to that. So when I'm trying to allocate where my funds are going as an investment, I'm usually not hyped up on celebrity NFTs. But this is one I'm definitely going to keep an eye on. And who knows? I would love to be proven wrong. I'd love for Sly to be like, this is amazing, let's do another one. And, maybe he is involved in the community, and maybe they do create some kind of animation or something. And then all of a sudden your characters and the NFTs are being inserted into this. So much is possible in this wacky world of NFT and crypto. And one of the things that I will say too, as much as I am not always excited about celebrity-driven NFTs, and the reason that I'm not is just because I feel like there's so many vulnerable people out there that think they're going to make a bunch of money and then they lose out. Like recently there was a Shaquille O'Neal charity-driven thing called Shaq Gives Back. And a lot of people thought it would just do well. It's Shaq. How would it not do well? It's charity and it's Shaq. Well, there wasn't a whole lot of utility to it. And Shaq has got a million other things going on. So, I don't know. But here's where I like the celebrity part, is that the NFT space is still really small. You may be down the rabbit hole, and I may be down the rabbit hole, and all our friends may be down the rabbit hole. But the rest of the world, they're really not. They still don't even comprehend what's going on here. So the more that we can bring everyday average people, the kind of people Sly has access to, into the NFT community, I think that is good. But I also think that those people that are new, that are coming into the community, they really need to be educated. And one of the best ways to get educated is to go to nftprofits.com, sign up with your name and email, watch that video. My friend Dave Tatera and I do just an amazing job of covering everything that we know in the NFT space. And obviously we don't know everything, but we're learning day by day by day. And our year head start has put us like in this world of just like, we see so many things that newbies don't see. And we want to make sure that you have that leverage, you have the tools, you have the safety and security on your side, and that you have like a community to use as a soundboard to, ask, do you think that this is a good investment or whatnot? It's really helpful to have that type of mastermind or community. We have a Discord like everybody else. We have a private members area. So make sure you check that out at nftprofits.com. And then keep your eye on Planet Sly throughout the next couple weeks. I don't know if we'll do another video. Maybe if this thing starts pumping, we'll maybe revisit that. Who knows? Maybe we even talk to Joel and get some inside information from him on how the project's going. Check it out, planetsly.com. Peace.
Warning, cryptocurrency is risky. Please consult with a professional before making any investment decisions.